If I have not met you, my name is Emily, and I am so thrilled that you are in the room with us today. It is Sunday, which means it's a day in God's house, which is special in and of itself. But it's also special because it's what the world calls Mother's Day. Now, if you're a mother in the house, you also know this should be every day. But it's a labor of love that moms get to do. And can often feel like a hidden labor of love. Sometimes it can feel like a literally crappy labor of love. But it is a labor of love, and it is an honor to be a mother. So if you are a mom in the room today, we honor you. We love you. We see you. Wherever you're at on your motherhood journey, we're here for it with you. I'm just going to take a moment to hopefully encourage you wherever you are at on that motherhood journey. And to the dads, to the guys, just listen. You'll learn some things potentially. As I was thinking about what do moms want on Mother's Day? What do moms really need when we walk into this day? Well, we can do the coffee, we can do the gifts, we can do the photo booth, and we do all that because that's super fun. And that's a way to honor you and show you love. But I think that when I think about what moms really need today, sometimes you just need to be seen in what you're doing. And so I want to take a moment to hopefully show you that even if no one has told you this week that you're seen in what you're doing, you are seen. There's a passage in the Bible from Genesis, and we have Abraham and Sarah who have this very weird marriage dynamic, if we're being honest. Like some weird stuff goes down. It's like, hey, we can't have a kid, so it's very weird. But, God is gracious and all of that. But there's this weird dynamic, and then there's this third person that is in the mix. Her name is Hagar. She's an Egyptian servant she's a handmaiden to Sarah. And it ends up that she finds herself in a situation where she obeyed what she was told to do, and then she was cast out once she did it. And now she finds herself in the middle of the wilderness, ready to die. Basically like, I am an accidental mother, and this is not what I thought I was signing up for, and I was being obedient, and now here I am, so I'm going to be sitting in the middle of nowhere. So in Genesis, I have far too many things in my hands. But that's okay. That's what moms do. If you know, you know. Genesis 16, Hagar is here in the wilderness, and she's ready to be done. She doesn't know why this has happened to her. And the Lord comes to her and basically tells her, you're going to have a son, and I'm going to bless you, and I see you. And she says, so she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her, you are a God of seeing. For she said, truly here, I have seen him who looks after me. The name for God that is the God of seeing is El Roi. El Roi. There's only one time in the Bible that is actually used. There are many examples in the Bible where God sees someone, but the only time that this is used is in this place, El Roi, and it's for a mom. So I just want you to know today, wherever you're at, that you are seen. And this makes me emotional because I know a lot of the women in our church, and a lot of them are on very different journeys, and they all want to be seen. And I just want you to know I can't see you like God sees you because he sees you perfectly all the time. But we do see you and where you're at and the ways that you've shared and the people that haven't always shared. You are seen. And I know that we come into this day celebrating our mothers. But we aren't like naive to all the different places that people are at with motherhood. And I know that there are some that are doing it without a partner, and that's really tough. There are some that are doing motherhood without the child. And I don't mean to bring this moment down, but I just think it's important for us to know that God is a God of seeing. And we see him see people. We see him see women all throughout the scriptures. And he made you a mom. Or maybe you're not a mom yet, and you're like, where am I in all of this? Still seeing, because in the waiting, you might not have fruit of the womb, but you can have fruit of the heart. And so in your waiting, they're still seeing. It's not like, oh, once I step into motherhood, now it's all complete. Because any moms in the room know you can pray to be a mom, and then it happens. And a few years down the road, you're like, wow, this is really intense. I love this, and this is also really intense. And then I know that there's some moms with teens. So I want to recognize where we're all at with that. And I love being a mom, and I have also lost a child. Josh and I have a child in heaven. And so I want you to feel the ability to just be where you're at and know that God totally sees you there, and he loves you there, and he's using you there. And whatever you've gone through as a mother, consider it a passport, and you have a stamp in your passport, and now you can go places that not everyone can. You can have conversations that not everyone can. God has given you that to bear and that joy to carry. And so as I thought through all the different things of seeing moms, today is the theme is we see you. And I don't know when Emma chose the worship set, but starting to see, I don't know, that's what we led into this moment with. And so I hope in this moment, you are starting to feel as a mom that you are seen and you are starting to see it, the beautiful moment that you are in. And as motherhood, it is a moment. The days are long, but the years are short, right? And so in that space of seeing you, I decided to make these little cards. Can I hand this to you? We have these little cards. I designed these up this week. There's 4 different ones. They are our postcards on the back. There's different names for mom. There's one that just says, I see you. Mom, I see you. Because sometimes, you're also in a place where you don't have your mom right now with you. And that's also a hard place to be, whether she's not here on earth side or maybe your relationship isn't very strong right now. There are people in your life who are a mother to you. And maybe this is just the start of something. And so back in the crate, back here, there's some tables. And I would encourage you to either take this home with you or to just stop. We kind of made it to where you can stop and there's pens. Write what you see about your mom. And then there's a box as you walk out of the crate. If you put it in there and you address it, we are going to stamp it and send it for you. And she's going to receive it in the mail because that's really special. That's thought through, right? And that's what your mom wants. She just wants something thought through. You can also just take it with you. But I would encourage you, stop in the crate, grab one of these, fill it out, and tell your mom the way that you see her, the way that you love her. And just know from Cross and Anchor, from Josh and I to you, we see you and we love you wherever you're at on the journey. Received? Heard? Okay, good. Love you all so much. Thank you for letting me share. I don't always get to speak to the women in the house and so I'm grateful that I'm able to share my heart with you. But I want to invite